Hello, everybody. Ultra Maximus here. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Raw Report. We got an easy one for you guys here today. Let's get it rocking. What's up? Welcome, everybody, to the Raw Report. Of course, I am your humble host, Ultra Maximus. In here with my 100-pound dog here trying to steal some camera time, but he's going to have to wait. Yeah, how y'all doing today? It's a pickup day for me, so just kind of gonna show off some stuff and see how y'all are doing, and basically just celebrate. Now, I hope the sound is good. If anybody is in the chat, could you let me know how the sound is going? Because I got this, it's a mixer software. I don't have an actual external mixer, so I've been using this software to try to do it. And I'm wondering if the desktop sound is killing it. So, that's all. I'm just trying to make sure everything's on the up and up. But if everything is on the up and up and you guys can hear me okay, and you can hear a little bit of background music, then that means everything is perfecto. So, yeah. Welcome to the Raw Report, everybody. I haven't done one of these in a little bit, but it's been long enough. But let's go ahead and let's get into this. Let's see what we got as far as some pickups go, and let's switch it on up. Ta-da! All right, so this gives my dog is again here being a goof. Go. You need to go plots. I'm live. You need to go plots. Yeah. Go lay down. I know. Huge dog. Yeah, huge German Shepherd, everybody. I recommend you get one. So, starting off the pickups this week, we've got the Future State Wonder Woman #1 second printing. And I did like the second print for this one just because the design variant. I'm not really into design variants all that much, but this one was... it's pretty appealing to me. Then, of course, we have the Future State Wonder Woman #2 variant cover by Jenny Frison. Just absolutely, yeah, killing it. And since we are on the subject of Jenny Frison, what I also had obtained was the Luna #1, the 1 in 25 incentive variant. So, good stuff there, right? The next Venom 3 third print. That's hilarious. How you doing? Thanks for joining us live there, Dr. Lovebox. So I do like later printings on certain things, but you guys know it has to take more than just, oh, it's rare. That box, if that is the only box checked on a second print, not really into it. But if it's rare, has either story value, appearance value, cover value, artist value, or any other things that could really make it go worth it, I mean, Venom 3 was a perfect storm, the kind of the same way that Ms. Marvel 17 second print was a perfect storm too. But I like cover swipes as well. And what we have here is the Cimmerian. And this right here is the Wolverine Lazarus Part 1 swipe. So, I don't know. Let me know how you guys think about it. What do y'all think about this one? So this is the uncensored Conan in Ablaze Comics, and they did a really good swipe of a Wolverine cover right there, I think. So that's some wicked stuff. But thank you all for joining me live in the chat. Joker, yo, good to see you, man. Dr. Lovebox, Teen Titans Future State #1 second print. Fire already. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And of course, man, this was Behemoth Comics. I don't know if you guys know about Behemoth Comics, but you might have heard a little something about this. A girl walks home alone at night. Here is one of those. And then there is a little variant action. So I hear the variant's doing really, really well. And shout out to you guys all in the chat. Can you let me know how if the background music is just very faintly there? I had an echo last night when I did the secret variant, so I'm kind of worried that the audio mixer, the software that I'm using, is botching up somewhere. So I've uninstalled and reinstalled some things, but it's cool. Just let me know how it's going. And then, so here's another wonderful pickup from one of my favorite resellers online, and he's actually, WannaComics.com. So here is the Virgin variant for Department of Truth number 5. Fantastic stuff there. Always getting good stuff from Wanted. Star Wars High Republic number 1, and this is the High Republic Adventures from IDW. And I kind of did that one backwards because I wanted to show you guys another IDW book, or a couple IDW books, and then get into the Star Wars stuff. But keep in mind, there are more Star Wars to follow on that one. So this right here, I heard a lot of people saying that they didn't actually see this one on shelves, like it wasn't really ordered. But basically, this is Marvel Action Origins, and this is a Thanos and Spider-Man origin issue. So there is a retail incentive cover that doesn't look all that hot, and honestly, they got it backwards. The artwork for this should definitely have been the incentive variant. That definitely would have moved the needle a little bit for you. IDW, I like to try to help you out as best as I possibly can. And, again, in this situation, this right here is the 1 in 10 incentive for Transformers Beast Wars number 1. So this is the RIA. There is a 1 in 25 incentive, the RIB, but it's like the RIA crushes it, I think. So all right. So next up, we get into the Marvel stack, and again, I wanted to start off with the Star Wars High Republic Adventures number 1 from IDW before I showed you all this one, so we can get into High Republic number Deuce. So this was a good pickup and a decent read, I guess. I did enjoy it, but of course, I try not to judge a book too much until I've had an opportunity to read way more issues. So look at y'all joining in the chat. Doom in the chat. What's up, man? So, thank y'all for joining, for real, man. I really appreciate y'all joining live. But I want to give a shout out right now to Wanna Comics again, because this right here is their limited variant for Star Wars High Republic number 2, and I'll be giving away one of these on the Wednesday presser this week, so be sure to tune into that over on the Flipside channel. And then my last Star Wars book for the week was this one right here. So I'm trying to piece together the set, so don't hate me. I know everybody's like, why do you buy those things? Because they're cool, to me at least. I mean, it may not be for everybody, but so some other cool pickups, and of course a Mirka and Dolfo cover. And if you guys tuned into Drunken Chat on Friday or Saturday morning, depending on your time zone, you'd know that this is one of the 2 Ms. Marvel covers that she has done. So this right here is Ms. Marvel number 17. And number 18 is going to be the final issue of that Ms. Marvel run. So be sure to check that out. And then, so I got something for y'all. I got a little spec matrix for you guys today. So just stay tuned. It'll happen in this episode, so don't worry. Right here is Thor number 6. Now, in this issue, we do see some revelations about Thor and the Phoenix. And for all you guys out there, there's a Battle Lines variant, there's a Marvel Knights 20 variant, and there is a 1 in 200 Virgin incentive of that issue. Going forward, that issue is going to be very, very importante, let's just say, to the Thor lore. So as you guys know, we got a lot going on in Avengers right now. So we got Avengers number 42, and this is the one where everybody is battling over the Phoenix Force. Everybody's getting Phoenix Force. It's like Oprah handing out the Phoenix Force underneath the chairs, you know what I mean? So, and again, I try to do my astute observations and look for variant covers for cool characters, especially cool characters that have movies coming up in a couple of years. And Blade is severely lacking. There is a really cool one that I dig. It's Blade versus Wolverine number 1 second print, because it's a Dave Wilkins original art cover. Fantastic. And that's one of those situations where the artwork's brand new and it's by a good artist, and it's by two, badass characters, and it's a super low printed book. So Avengers 42 definitely helped deliver on this one. So we got I'm trying to find a good spot without, oh yeah, forgot to put my shade. So there we go. So now we don't have so much of a glare. There we go. So yeah, that Avengers number 42 with the Blade variant, definitely picked up multiple copies of that one. Should be a sweet 9.8 candidate. And then unfortunately I didn't get all the books I wanted to. Now, yo, what up, man? Thanks for joining the chat. We got all sorts of people up. Cherokee Metal, man. Jeez, all you guys. It's good to see you guys up in the chat, man. It really is. I really appreciate y'all stopping in. So shout out to Mighty Mel V, because this is some Mighty Mel V spec, okay? So Killmonger be on another level. This is also the first appearance of the Killmonger that looks just like the Michael B. Jordan movie makeover. So a lot of people are saying that's going to have some ramifications, but yo, if we're talking about Killmonger, I want all my Maximals, and that's all you guys out there. And I don't care if it's a Beast Wars thing. Y'all are beast mode. So UK time, nice to catch you live. Yo, man, appreciate you joining. And I don't know if it's you I bought a Deadpool off of, but so whoever I bought a Deadpool off of, they sent me a message on eBay. We're like, yeah, I didn't listen to your offers, but here, I watched Drunken Chat. So but anyway, so as I was getting into Killmonger stuff, and this is very important. So look, even if it never shows up in a movie, I don't care. This issue right here needs to be on y'all's radar. And you know why? Because this is the actual Killmonger that we know, the Eric Killmonger, our Killmonger, in a symbiote. Black Panther number 19. So that Black Panther series stopped at issue number 22 11 months ago. And Mel was like, yo, they were in the middle of like the dopest story, and then they just stopped. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, So they took an 11-month hiatus. Issue 23 is coming. Issue 23's got a Souza variant, like the Blade that I showed you. It's also got a Tedesco variant that y'all should see. It just hit FOC on Monday. Oh, that's today. Oh, was it last FOC? Last week's FOC? I can't remember. It's all a blur for me right now. I got a lot going on. But, let's take a look some more of these pickups I got. So, this right here is the Strange Academy number 8 character variant. Always be picking up the Art Adams character variants, and I'm a big fan of Art Adams stuff. Now, some more spec for you guys. Yeah, see, and my dude in here knows what's up. He knows exactly what's up. So I had another book in here, and you'll see it in a second. But so y'all caught King and Black Black Knight and the whole interaction with Arrow and Swordsman. Well, I want to point out Arrow books. Yeah, Arrow 1 isn't technically her first appearance, but Arrow 2 is technically a first appearance of a villain of hers, and there is a second print for that book. Did pick up one of those on the cheap, and then for placing my order, I got a hookup. So I want to give a shout out again to Wanda Comics for the hookup, because he knows I collect a little bit of Kirby stuff. So this is a Marvel Snapshots Captain America 1 in 50 variant. Nat dank. So, all right, and then I got to give a shout out to Carter for watching the Spec Matrix on Drunken Chat when I broke down the illest Scarlet Witch variants and covers and kind of like some other things. Let's see here. So, let's see, Cover Lover Comics. Thanks for joining, buddy. So, one of the coolest things that Mercenaut, and if you're not following Mercenaut, you got to go give Mercenaut a follow as well. He does amazing pickup videos on his travels, because he travels in and out of town, and he's always got like just like I said, the illest pickups, just because he's lucking into it. But so one of the things that he picked up that he was pointing out that he did a pickup video and he showed this book. I'm like, man, if he does that, I know the ripples will eventually hit my LCS. And I knew they'd been sitting in the back issue bin, so I went ahead and picked these up because these are dope. Uncanny Avengers number 14, second print, and this is like volume. I don't remember, but it's very clearly a black and white rogue on the background, and it has the black strip at the bottom, unlike the red strip on the first print. So you want to be on the lookout for those because it does have a first appearance in there, and honestly, it's just it's a good Scarlet Witch cover. Yeah, Mercy I'll be finding an Amazing Fantasy 15, the 2005 one, not the 60s one, but yeah, he does he gets amazing deals, man. He really does. All right, so also on the Venom tip, so here we go. We're gonna get into some symbiote stuff here. Venom versus the aliens. Gotta reel that one into the collection for sure. And then, of course, I'm picking up all these Stegman. I'm really liking the Stegman variants. The Stegman variants on this Venom run have actually been fire. So, oh, look, and you guys can see my Transformers in the reflection. So, you know, at the end of this video, remind me, I gotta take down some of these that I have framed up in front of me here and show you all some of them because you'll get a kick out of them. But like I said, Stegman be killing it, but you know what? So does my man Finch, and my man Finch right here. He is rocking it with this one. So I'm trying to find a good angle so y'all can see that. So this one is the 1 in 50 that came out this week, or last week because it's now a new week. And then of course here we are, Black Knight, King in Black. I have not had an opportunity to read this thing yet, but I will be reading it here soon. It had, like I said, it was in my read pile. I had to pull it out of the read pile, put it in the show pile, and that's where I'm showing y'all. But I did pick this up too, just because when I did see it on the shelf, you know, after release date so far, I was like, oh man, I can't leave them there. You know, it's a good pair. So these connecting variants. So I don't know how y'all feel about this, but this is the connecting variants for Daredevil number 26. And I don't read Daredevil. I don't buy Daredevil. I sure as shit did not buy any Daredevil 25s. I left some of the nullified variants on the on like the shelf day of release, but I didn't touch them. But let's see here. The next thing up is, of course, Black Panther, or I'm sorry, it's coming up soon. Gwen versus Carnage, King in Black. Here's your A cover, and then here's your regular price variant, which honestly is sick. A lot of people didn't like the design variant, and unfortunately, the design variant got toasted when it got to my shop. Unfortunately, I got to return this one because it's got a tear in it, and I bought it from somebody in Hawaii. So I don't know if I can get my boy Doom up on him. So if it is, yo Doom, this dude in Honolulu, man, sold me a Black Panther with a torn cover, bro. I got to take care of that shit. Anyway, but you know, that happens, and I don't know if I'm going to return it yet. We'll see. But that is the Black Panther, the first appearance of the Black Panther Killmonger symbiote. Even though this is not our Killmonger from our universe, this symbiote does eventually make its way to our Killmonger on issue 19. See where I'm getting at here? You see where I'm letting you guys hedge your bets by covering your bases, you know? So all right, so in the final couple of books here, this is some good stuff. So let's see, you guys are talking about some Finch in here too. Finch is a savage, his Batman is gnarly. Read that Black Knight today. Please God, insight for sure. Okay, I'm gonna read it today because I hear big things. Like he's the opposite of Thor. So I'm gonna have to check that out. But let's take a look at some of this stuff, guys. So Deadpool the End variant, and just because it was a sick cover with death in the boat. All right, and then Deadpool number 1 got a variant. I'm not sure if that's Elsa Bloodstone on it, but I'm covering my bases and saying it is, because that big old gun on her back says it's Elsa. And Elsa variants are at a premium, right? And then, you know, there's some pretty cool covers in this one. I don't have an issue 9 good, nice, high-grade copy yet, but I'm on the hunt for one. But in this Deadpool run, the one where she's blown out a heart-shaped hole in him on issue number 7. And, of course, the one where my girl is solid gold. gold. Solid gold. Deadpool number 2. So, you guys know I did that spec matrix on Merker, right? And you guys know that I do my homework, and I'm like, man, I'm forced to spend money before I show you guys this, because I know certain books will evaporate, and when they evaporate, they are usually gone forever. But I hope y'all have the idea that of what I'm on here, considering it looks like Elsa Bloodstone and Deadpool are going to be around for a while as far as an item together. And man, look at this cover. Isn't that wicked? I think it's wicked. And I remember this thing selling for stupid money out the gate. So it's kind of like one of those things where, because it did sell for stupid money out the gate, I tried to wait it out and let it come down in price, and then they never came to market. And then I willed them into market. And then I purchased that one, and then I did the spec matrix, and on the night that I did the spec matrix, I bought the other one. Yeah, so it's not that it got canceled, it's that King in Black and COVID delayed, you know, so the delays and everything is like, that's what got it taken care of there, Dr. Lovebox. But still, it was a good run. Like, that's a good 10-issue series. So, I recommend. I definitely recommend. And, of course, Deadpool and Elsa. Let's see here. Let's see. Cover Lover says, Dane Whitman, the Black Knight we always needed. Ultra Maximus, the reading, investigating YouTube Black Knight you always wanted. The sword of spec is deadly. Yo, man, appreciate you, man. Really, really do. So, all right, guys, let's check out some other stuff here. So, what do we got here? What do we got here? So as far as pickups, y'all saw the pickups, and this is so let me take y'all through some of the formats that I got. So I got this right here. I think y'all like that. That's where I can still do that. But this one right here is the chat matrix. So welcome to the chat matrix, everybody. So hit me with what you got, and we'll see if I can answer some questions here, and I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to load up this chat. I do got the stream set on the ultra low latency, so it's supposed to be like zero lag between the time that I'm talking and the time that you pick it up. So let me know what you need, man, and I'll be happy to answer any questions about any of the books that I picked up this past week. And of course, anything you guys got, man, and Doom, don't worry about it, man. eBay's gonna take care of me. But I appreciate you, bro. I know how I know how y'all get down. So Read or Die said Keanu is Kraven, and I can tell you right now, it's probably not gonna happen. And here's the reason why: because Sony was pushing for a solo Kraven movie, and Keanu is probably a comic book fan, and probably is like, oh, without Spider-Man, that shit's lame. No. High Republic, not a single stoner in the book, you know, and I think that's discrimination. So we should definitely call the people who exclude those kinds of things and get people included. So the Black Knight has the opposite powers of Thor. Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna have to read that too, man. So Keanu's playing everyone: Moon Knight, Adam Warlock, Kraven, Uncle Ben, and Aunt May. Well, we can count that out because we know Oscar Isaac is going to be Moon Knight. Adam Warlock is still up in the air, and I love the Adam Warlock character, and there's a lot of good stuff going on there. Kraven, yeah, that one was just rumored. Uncle Ben, Aunt May, yes, he does have long hair, but thankfully Marissa Tomei beat him out for that role. Let me see here. Let me know what your spec feelings of Agents of Atlas, the new group for the future. I really want to see what happens with Riri Williams, Wakanda, the Ten Rings, Shang-Chi, and then you can have your Agents of Atlas. And of course, if that gives us Silk somehow in the mix, do it. All right. So, Eternals film, trash or cash. Black Knight is Jon Snow. Well. If there has been some serious renegotiations of the contract between Sony and Marvel, and Black Knight can actually pull off this newer rendition, and he is as awesome as he is in this comic that everybody's hyping him up to be basically the opposite of Thor, that's pretty cool. If Eternals also gives us a resurrected Thanos, who is Brolin's meal ticket in the MCU is going to be Thanos. It's not going to be Cable, because you know why? because I'm going for the part of older Cable. And I think you all should support my loving of that character to the point where I am 6'3". I'm 2+, so I think I have the stature to play Cable, but I'm too old to play Kid Cable. So if they just kill me off and let me get 5 minutes of screen time, I'm cool with that. And then have a younger version of me, obviously handsome like I used to be when I was a young teenager, before all the wrinkles and adult acne. But all those things, I need you guys to support that kind of stuff. But New Ages of Atlas goes up and down like every other month, and it does, because people don't know what they want with it. But you guys, I promised some good stuff, didn't I? Did I promise some good stuff? I think I did, because we are not done. Not by a long shot. I've got some more for you guys, because of course we just ran through the pickups, but the pickups was only the beginning. Because you know why? Because I like to drop some knowledge. Because you guys know I like to drop knowledge. I like to share. And some of you guys are fans, and some of you guys have caught this knowledge before. But let's talk about this, because this right now is in the most current solicit for previews, and that is Avengers number 43. So let's rewind it back to Avengers number 39, where there is my red-headed sugar mama right there, the mother of my child. So my son, I guess, is Thor in this equation. I guess that makes me Odin. But, nonetheless, I'm cool with that, because my wife would be happy to know that she is the all-powerful, all-powerful woman like that. But I scored a grail. I did. I got me a 1 in 500 of this right here, Deodato Marvel Legacy number 1, which I want to remind you guys is indeed the first appearance of this Phoenix. So if you guys are speccing on this character, you're going to want to be looking out for these. And here's the deal. Don't be scared by it being a 1 in 500. So with all the store variants and with how heavily ordered this stuff was, and I even believe it was returnable at some point. I can't quite confirm that Marvel Legacy number 1 was returnable, but I have a feeling that it was. This means that the incentives, plus everybody with store variants getting incentives, is big news. So for every store variant that you had to order the minimum, and the minimum was either 3,000 or 4,500 at this time, you had to order that many. So that means that you got that many incentives to go along with your count. So there is a 1 in 1,000 also. That is a sketch variant of the 1 in 500. I prefer the 1 in 500 because I like the color. But I'll probably be chasing after one of these. You can find 9.8s for right around like $250 right now. That's still a little bit further out of my reach, and I'll probably wait for a raw copy to come up. And just hope to God I can press them up. Now, I dropped this knowledge a long time ago. Like, the only cover that was, not a convention exclusive, but it is a store variant through Art Adams. It's an Art Adams exclusive, all right? This, if you do look this up, you can look up a Marvel Legacy number 1 Art Adams online. This at one point was on sale for as low as $9, limited to 3,000 copies. And then, of course, there was a B cover and a C cover that was accompanying that set, but it has the Jean Grey Phoenix on it. So those are, again, Art Adams exclusives, and obviously these are going to be the less common ones than this one. However, I think this one is clearly the winner because it has our girl on the cover and not Jean Grey. And then, of course, Marvel Legacy number 1. There's your Comic-Con exclusive. Now, I'm chasing after this one, so I don't want you guys going out there and like bidding the crap out of these, please. Please. And then, of course, this one also I'm on the hunt for because this is the last Art Adams exclusive. It doesn't have our girl on the cover, but it does. It is an Art Adams exclusive, but I want to warn you guys again. This art is reused on Phoenix Resurrection number 1, so it's probably not the best one to hunt out of the bunch, but of course I'm just a fanatic, so that's why I'm after it. So we know that the first Phoenix, the first Phoenix occupier basically had a baby with Odin, and that baby is now known as Thor, according to Avengers 42. So that's like super big news. So not only is that King of Black news up there, and I'm sorry guys, I'm not looking at the chat right now, but we'll get into the chat after this. So hold your questions if you can until after I get done going through my little spec matrix here. But I'll be sure to answer them. But so we find out that Thor's mom is the first Phoenix. And now we have a new Phoenix host being selected. So we have a situation where I'm calling it. Okay, I think I'm calling it right now. And unless they do something dirty, and you know Marvel's done stuff like this before. To me, real quick, the Black Panther looks superimposed onto the bottom left corner. The female form that's in the center there of the Phoenix also looks kind of like they may be playing us. And you know Marvel likes to do. Sometimes they will change the artwork up just to keep us guessing. So this way, we don't figure out who it is every time. Now, if it is a female, there's a couple of possibilities. One of them is, of course, going to be Jane Foster, Valkyrie, which, you know, how temporarily or permanent would that be? And with her being resurrected, it would kind of make a little bit of sense. And especially if they decided to use the Phoenix Force in Thor Love and Thunder as a means of restoring her to life. So I'm establishing a bunch of different connections that can possibly happen. But the one choice that I have is Angela. Yep. I do believe Thor's sister is the number one contender for the new Phoenix host. And I want y'all to be out there hunting for these Spawn 9 newsstands, because regardless of what happens with this character in this spec, if you're out there digging for Spawn newsstands, doesn't matter if they're a 4.5, beat to shit, the cover semi-detached, the ratio of these things compared to the regular printed ones are worth picking up. Long-term pulls. And of course, if you're out there looking for Angela covers, I suggest you pick up 62 and 97. That's of course from the main Spawn run. There are a ton of other Spawn issues out there that you could probably pull. A ton of other Angela books out there in the Image run before she makes her way over to Marvel. And then of course, since she will possibly be our Phoenix, 2 books. And you know, so here's the thing. So here's your A cover. And on every other variant cover included, except for a color and a sketch, the 1 in 50 and the 1 in 100, no Angela. But she's there on the 1 in 50. She's there on the 1 in 100. And then on the last 2 pages of the book, there she is. So I think this counts more as a cameo, even if she's on the cover. Even if she's on the cover. But I think you should probably have this book. I don't have this book. I'm kind of mad that I don't have this book, because I had an opportunity to buy this book for like $20 after it cooled off. So I remember when this book came out and it heated up so hot and everybody was going crazy for it. And then Brian Michael Bendis got a hold of her and they put her in Guardians of the Galaxy. So this is her next appearance in Marvel, obviously, is over here in Guardians of the Galaxy number 5. On the left, you got your A cover. On the right, you have your 1 in 15 Milo Manara. Now, this is where they totally screwed up, because if that would have been a 1 in 100 or a 1 in 50, man, they would have murked it. And the value of that book probably would have been way, way higher than it is right now. But honestly, the 1 in 15 variant is probably the book to have next to that Age of Ultron. So if you're betting, you know, if you're specking on Angela being the Phoenix, well, there you go. There's also a 1 in 50 by Paulo Rivera, and then there's of course your Scotty Young variant. However, this is your first panel inside that book, so it's basically takes place at the same exact time as Age of Ultron. I'm not sure which book came out first. I'm pretty sure Age of Ultron did, but if they came out the same day, that'd be very interesting. That'd be very, very interesting if they came out the same day. But nonetheless, I don't think that's the case. I think Angela was introduced later on. But still, this opening page spread of her introduction, awesome. But we did get a bunch of store variants that are out there for you guys to hunt. We got Dragon's Lair, and that looks like Tedesco. And then here's your man JTC, John Tyler Christopher, Star-Lord in the background. I like this one from Laughing Ogre. And I don't know who did it. Can't read the art. No, I was kind of lazy going forward. But actually, I have to say, the last time I stepped foot inside of a Midtown Comics, this was one of the books that I bought while I was there. And then we've got Mile High Comics, and that is obviously the Dodson. And then limited edition comics over in the UK, and that is your Adi Granov. I don't know who did this one, but this is your ForbiddenPlanet.com. So, wild stuff. So let's head over to the chat matrix, see what you guys think. What do we got going on with all this Angela stuff? So how do you guys feel about Angela possibly being your Thor? Do you think good spec play, bad spec play, better than the God of Light spec play? And we could talk about that too. Apparently, apparently I dropped that heat back on chat like months ago, where I was like, I hope it's not him, and apparently it is him. I don't know if we're gonna go digging up the clip and all that stuff because there's no need to do all that, but yeah. So basically, we got a situation where I think Angela will be our new Phoenix. So if that is the case, I don't know how many people are left in chat. So let's see here. I'm sure everyone probably has like 8 copies of Spawn 9. So just remember the 9 direct editions have a Jim Lee poster of Angela in the center. The 9 newsstand does not. So that's something that you should be on the lookout for if you're out there picking up those books. But yeah, Angela is really cool. And you know what? We all used to have like 30 million copies of a lot of books. And like Carnage, the first appearance of Carnage was 400,000+ copies. And I do, I'm glad to see that some of you guys are hoping it's her. Cherokee Mill said Angela is awesome. I hope it's her. I'm glad to see I'm not alone in that one. Queen of Fire and Light, man. Oh man, give her both powers. That would be some epic stuff. So now that's a whole nother rabbit hole. Yeah, and again, Marvel really hasn't done very much with her. So Marvel did a little bit of her with Asgardians of the Galaxy and Strike Force, and that's all we really saw of Angela. So it would be really, really nice to actually see them do a little something with her character and giving us a little bit of a, just a little bit of an incentive to look at other Angela books. So I don't know if it's going to move any of the Angela books other than Age of Ultron. Yeah, see, and Cover Lover, you have just discovered my kryptonite, my friend. It is totally my kryptonite. I can't help it. These ladies, the fire, man, the fire. So, all right, guys. Well, there you have it. This has been a pretty fun Raw report, testing out the new duds and the full screen stuff. And I'm glad you guys like all this stuff. And Let's see if I can show off anything else. We got the split screen here. Does the split screen work really well? Oh, that's all sorts of messed up, but I can move my camera a little bit and probably fix that one a little bit. But I'm glad to see that you guys are tuning into these Raw reports live. It means the world to me. It really, really does. Because I do this Raw report thing while I'm a stay-at-home dad, kind of unfortunately on unemployment, but the COVID thing's kind of clearing up. So we'll see how that results. But you guys pushed me over 300 subscribers, so let's get the push to 1,000. And if I can get to a G and get this channel monetized, I'm start giving away stuff, and we'll really do it big. And I think Mel also said that he's not going to do another drunken box until I get a Geezer. So you guys got to really help us out, and make sure you're all tuning in the drunken chat, doing fundraisers and all sorts of stuff. But thank you all for tuning in, because you want to be liked and subscribed to my videos, because that spec matrix will be dropping, and you never know when I might drop some fire. And then, of course, Secret Variant is the FOC show that I do, and you need to be subscribed for that one, because I try to drop it on Sundays, but there's going to be some times where I may have to drop it on Thursday, just because there may be some serious heat you need to run to the store for. So with that said, you guys know that the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser is the show that I do over on Flipside. So please make sure you are tuned in and subscribed to that over there for Wednesday nights. I go live at 10:15 p.m. And then, of course, on Tales from the Flip Side on YouTube. And then, of course, I have to give a massive thanks to a few people. First off and foremost, Mighty Mel V and the entire squad from Drunken Chat, Lucas over at Comic Crusaders, Heartless, Lucy, First Lady of Drunken Chat, over on Comic Book Women, and all the crew, man. I appreciate all you guys and the opportunities, and of course Wanted Comics for giving me not only the hookup on my order, but as well as allowing me to give away a couple of books to you guys, the fans, and of course my graphics designer. If he sees the stuff that I'm swiping for free, I don't know if he's going to swoop in and be like, "Hey, man, I got something for you." But Eric, if you're watching and listening, my friend, I hope you like the setup, man. I'm really working on trying to get the presentation up, So also the soundtrack, if it is working, is provided by White Bat Audio. Please be sure to give them a subscription. These guys provide copyright-free, music. And all right, so the eBay thing. eBay hit me with the managed payments just like everybody else. I got to reload a whole bunch of books. I just got all these short boxes and organized all up, man. So like my closet's all organized. It's not alphabetized. That was the next step, but I think I'm gonna have to hold off on alphabetized until I get the rest of my shit together. But hit me up over there. If you see something on eBay and you like what I got listed, hit me up on one of these other channels so I can definitely save a little bit of the money. But y'all, thank you again. I really appreciate you tuning in live. And let me just say here, let's see what's going on over in the chat matrix just to see what you guys are up to. And so the gateway YouTube comic book drug that get everybody hooked over at Drunken Chat. Thank you, Cover Lover, man. You said I'm spitting pure venom, huh, Cherokee Metal? I appreciate that, man. Cover Lover, you watched all my stuff, man. Thank you for watching all that stuff. I really appreciate it. And again, you guys never know what we got. So we got some. We try to drop fire. We try to bring it. And Jody, for if you've been trying to alphabetize for the last month, it's hard to keep up. The best way is to alphabetize your books in a log of some sort, and then go start pulling them, and have enough boxes to where you can start pulling and rotating and alphabetizing along the way. It's a lot of work. It really is. But I still have too many long boxes that I need to convert into shorts so I can actually stack them and be able to open them like a drawer. So if you see behind my head here, that way, they're stacked 5 high, and they are the BCW comic book drawers. So it's definitely a lot of work to try to keep a collection organized, but you got to do what you got to do, that's for sure. But anyway, guys, I got to run. I've been keeping quiet and hoping the kid doesn't wake up from his nap, but I think I heard his door click open, so if that happens, he's going to run in here any second. But I do want to appreciate you guys for tuning in. It means the world to me that, again, you guys do these things, do tune in live. So I want to thank you again for tuning in. Check you later.